So, massive disclaimer on this video. First of all, I am prescribed testosterone, so I am not promoting the use of any illegal drugs, and I'm also not promoting the use of any drugs at all. I'm not giving any type of medical or health advice. This is specifically for educational purposes, or you could also call it entertainment purposes, and it's to help people out there who are on testosterone replacement therapy, which is legal. You're probably wondering, why on earth would I microdose daily my TRT, my testosterone? Well, studies have actually shown recently that sub-Q testosterone injections, which is into your fat, not your muscle, sub-Q frequent injections of testosterone leads to higher total testosterone and lower amounts of estrogen. Also, I think the big thing with this is when you're injecting daily small amounts of testosterone instead of like a huge shot on Monday or a big shot on Monday and a big shot on Thursday, you're getting back as close as to the way that your body did it when you were natural. Your body produces small amounts of testosterone every day. Even though the testosterone that we get prescribed is slow acting, so when you inject it all at once, it's not going to be, used all at once. But at the end of the day, man, when I thought about it, when I researched it, I used to do a half a cc on Monday, a half a cc on Thursday. But now that I've really done my research and I've switched to this way, this is the way that I'm going to do it for the rest of my life. The amazing thing about sub-Q injections is there's so many places that you can inject. Whereas when you're doing it intramuscular, you have to use this massive freaking needle and you got to shove it all the way into your butt cheeks or shove it all the way into your freaking shoulder. And you can also do your quad. I don't get how people do that. I did an intramuscular quad injection and that shit hurt so bad. I just don't get how people can stick that long needle in their quad and not be in pain. Now, when it comes to the sub-Q injections, I do like to do it in my quad because I'm not actually like sticking it straight into the quad, you have two options. This is an insulin syringe. It's got the needle on it down here. These are very, very cheap. You can buy a box of 100 for like 11 bucks. I like these. Now, the downside to these is you can't remove the needle. So when you are not able to actually remove the needle, testosterone is very thick. So it's going to take a while to draw. The good thing though is that you're not drawing, a full cc or half a cc. You're drawing 1/7 of a cc into the syringe. So it takes, about 5 minutes. If you have no patience, right? You're super impatient and you're not going to sit there every single night and wait for 1/7 of a cc to draw the testosterone. Your other choice is to get a regular syringe like this. And for some reason this month, my doctor sent me 3 cc syringes. Like I have no idea why he did that. He always sends me like random stuff. It's never the same. It's always like different needles, different syringes. So you're going to take a regular syringe and you're going to get a big thick needle like this. This is a 18 gauge. You can go even bigger than this, right? You're going to use that to draw the testosterone out. When you have a big needle like that, it draws it out like instantly. It's not one of those things where it slowly drips. So when you draw it out with the huge needle, you take the needle off the end, you screw it off, and then you put on a 30 gauge needle, which is the size of an insulin needle, onto your syringe. That is if you're super impatient. That's going to be a lot more expensive. I'm not doing that stuff. To me, it's a waste of money. I'm a freaking penny pincher. I like to invest and save as much money as possible. I'm not going through a full like real syringe to do this every single day and needle. I just use the insulin needles because it's cheap and I just like using them, honestly. So as you can see on this insulin syringe, this is all you're going to put in daily, this small amount. Okay, that is 16 units on the insulin syringe. I go a little bit over a cc a week, but I do 16. Again, it's a very, very tiny amount that you're putting in. I would honestly show you guys like the full process, but I'm not going to use this until nighttime. Usually Saturdays and Sundays are like the only times that I can film because my weeks are so crazy. But literally, you can put this almost anywhere, right? You can put it in your delt, your tricep. You can do your chest. Like if I have a really big chest, I have a lot of cushion there, but it's very painful. Testosterone going in your chest. I would not do that. You could do your stomach. I don't like doing it in my stomach for some reason. I'll do the human growth hormone in the stomach because it's water-based. But for this, my favorite spot is the delt, the tricep, and a lot of times I'll do the entire sweep of the quad. I just personally don't like putting it in areas that has a high amount of fat. You know, like the bottom of your stomach, your hip. Like you can do that, but I just like putting it in really hard areas. So that's just my personal preference. If anybody has any suggestions on future videos, I have a lot to come, but I would love to hear suggestions from you guys. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.